Welcome. I wanted to talk to you guys today about your auras and your chakras. And I wanted to start letting people know the importance of keeping track of their auras and their chakras and their unhealed traumas, because this is what is communicating to the 3D. Okay? So, we're going to start with the auras, all right? We actually have over 100 chakras, okay? And each chakra is connected to your auras, all right? And your auras are your first line of defense for your nervous system, okay? And because they are the first line of defense, this is where your traumas are going to basically stop, right? This is where your traumas are going to hit first, I should say. And when you experience trauma, what happens is you develop holes in your auras. Okay. Your auras are here protecting you from collective fear. They're protecting you from not just collective fear, but emotional projection, EMF exposure, things like that. So it's protecting your nervous system. And when those traumas hit your aura, they will leave holes and distortions if you do not resolve them. Okay? Think about it. Everybody goes through something, right? So we're not expected to just come here and not experience anything. The problem comes in when we don't resolve those issues, okay? And so, what we want to remember is when you experience trauma, it's very important to heal it. Not heal it, it has a chain reaction, okay? It has a chain reaction to your chakras and your meridians. And your chakras and your meridians are connected to your organs, your emotional health, your mental health, the 3D that you see. Your chakras are connected to every aspect of your life, right? Your auras and your chakras. And so we want to make sure that we're repairing those holes, those tears, those rips, okay? So that our energy, our life force isn't leaking. Hi, Krista, Cynthia, how you doing, honey? All right. When we have those holes and leaks in our aura, trust me, it's going to cause leaks of our energy, our life force, okay? And then this is not going to be protecting our nervous system. Okay. Our auras are then going to be causing our bodies to basically fight itself, right? So this is where you're going to develop immune issues, right? Autoimmune issues, okay, where your immune system is basically, attacking itself, okay? All right. So we want to make sure that these rips and holes and tears get repaired. Okay. So that we are not getting sick. Okay, guys. So I'm going to call out some symptoms and some experiences that you may have gone through. Okay. And if you've gone through any of these, that'll give you a clue as to which of your chakras are out of alignment. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with that etheric aura right here closest to the body. That one is connected to the root chakra. Now, if you've experienced any of these things, then that may mean that you have an imbalance in your root chakra. Okay. If you've ever gone through childhood neglect, okay, poverty, financial instability, or abandonment, okay, type root in the comments if so. If you come from an unsafe home environment, bullied, if you were bullied, if you lost a parent, if you witnessed violence, if you experienced homelessness, if you experienced lack of basic needs met as a child, If you dealt with physical abuse, okay, if you dealt with early illness as a child, unstable caregivers, divorce in early childhood, or overly strict parents' discipline, this would have caused an imbalance in your root chakra, okay? It would have caused an imbalance in your root chakra. Now, when you have an imbalance in your root chakra, all right, this is going to cause chronic fear in your life, insecurity, lack of trust, difficulty grounding, survival mode mindset. This is going to cause you to feel unsupported in your life. You're going to have anxiety about money. You're going to feel disconnected from the body. You're going to have a low sense of belonging. And you're going to be in victim mentality if that root chakra is out of alignment. Now, the physical ailments are lower back pain. If you experience lower back pain, okay? If you experience immune issues, leg pain, fatigue, colon problems, bone density issues, blood circulation problems, adrenal fatigue, weight instability, obesity, anorexia, etc., all of that is governed in your root area. And so that means that when there's an imbalance here, it manifests in your physical well being. And so, this is the key to starting to get your health on track, not only physically, but mentally. Okay. If there's a certain aspect of your life that you do not like, that does not resonate with you, you want a better lifestyle, you want better love, you want better health. Okay, we've got to start looking at your chakras and your auras. This is the first step. Okay, all right. So I just called out some experiences that you may have gone through, like childhood neglect, that would be causing an imbalance in your root chakra. The reason why this is so important is because this is the information that is being sent to the universe. So, although you may want financial stability, if your root chakra and your aura is communicating to the universe lack, you will not produce the financial stability that you want. So it's very important, okay, that we balance our frequency, okay? We balance ourselves out. Okay, you are a ball of energy. You are vibrating at a specific frequency. This is your energetic blueprint. So you want to be balanced as much as possible. This is what's going to help you manifest, okay, quickly. This is what's going to help you help your health overall. This is what's going to help your mental health, all right? When you look at your chakras and your aura health. Okay. They didn't teach us this stuff in school, and this is why, this sounds like, new stuff to you, possibly. But I want you to know that this is very important. Okay. This is very important information. All right. Okay. So that was the root chakra. So now we're going to move up to the sacral. Okay. For the sacral chakra, that one is connected to your emotional body aura. That emotional body aura is going to be orange in color, okay? And it's connected to the sacral. Remember, all of this is connected, okay? All right? All of this is connected, okay? All right? So here is the emotional body aura. All right. If you've ever experienced being sexually abused, essayed, if you were body shamed, if you dealt with toxic relationships, if you dealt with emotional neglect, divorce of parents, abandonment by parent, if your emotions were suppressed, if you dealt with rejection, if you were criticized of your creativity, if you were shamed around your sexuality, if you dealt with over controlling parents or lack of affection, or if you were ignored emotionally, or you dealt with early heartbreak or cultural shame, then this would have caused rips and holes and tears in your aura. And if you have rips and holes and tears in that emotional body aura, that's going to have a chain reaction to your sacral chakra. And when you have a chain reaction to your sacral chakra, okay, then that's going to cause your sacral chakra to cause you the following symptoms. Okay, so if you go through any of these symptoms, that's a clear sign that your sacral is out of alignment. Okay, if you deal with shame, guilt, if you have a fear of intimacy, if you deal with any suppressed emotions or addictions, okay? If you have low creativity, emotional instability, okay? Difficulty trusting, if you deal with over attachment, lack of passion, pleasure avoidance, all of these are signs that your sacral chakra is out of alignment. Those are the emotional and spiritual manifestations. Okay, so now listen to the physical manifestations. Okay, if you deal with reproductive issues, menstrual problems, urinary infections, bladder issues, hip pain, lower abdominal pain, sexual dysfunction, kidney issues, lower back pain, cysts, PCOS, infertility, that's a clear sign that your sacral chakra is out of balance. Remember, the sooner you can start gauging your chakra health, the sooner you can start changing your life. Okay? The reason being is because this is a vibrational frequency game that we are playing here. Okay? And so a lot of us are affirming, we're saying things like, I am healed, I am wealthy, I am ready for love, right? You're affirming these things out of your mouth, but your body, your nervous system is communicating to the universe something different. And this is why you're not seeing the results in your life the way that you want to. Okay? And so we want to make sure, all right, that our frequency, our vibration is communicating with the universe exactly what we want. Okay, it's miscommunication when your nervous system is screaming, I fear love, I fear abundance. Okay, I've never felt safe because every single time, I've asked for abundance, I've been shunned. I've been told, not to ask for too much or not to do this, right? And so what that will do is be stored in your body. And now that's what's communicating to the universe. Now your 3D is being reflected back to you exactly what you feel your worth is. And now here you are as an adult saying, no, I am worthy of more. I want to produce abundance in my life. I want financial stability. So you're affirming these things, but you're not seeing it in the 3D. And this is why. Okay? And this is why. All right? All right? Because, okay, this is a vibrational game. This is a frequency game. So if you want to see the financial stability, you got to see it, speak it, feel it, embody it. And maintain that vibration. That's what's going to shift your 3D. Okay. That's what's going to shift your 3D. Okay. So now let's move on to the solar plexus chakra. Okay. This one is connected to that mental body aura, that yellow aura. Okay. Now, there are certain traumas that would affect that mental body aura and cause rips and holes and tears there. Okay. So for that mental body aura, All right. This is connected to the solar plexus. If you've ever gone through any of these things, then you may have an imbalance here. Okay. If you were heavily criticized, if you were ever bullied, if you dealt with controlling parents, okay. If you were failure shamed, if you were shamed around your failures, sorry. Okay. If you dealt with perfectionism pressure, emotional abuse, if you were constantly compared to others, if you dealt with conditional love, okay, if you weren't heard, okay, when you tried to express yourself, when you tried to express your truth, okay, if you were dealt with over responsibility as a child, if you were blamed often, okay, if you were shamed for your mistakes, if you dealt with lack of encouragement, or if you were gaslit, then those traumas would have left holes in your mental body aura. If you have not repaired those holes, meaning if you have not done your healing, that's going to cause a chain reaction in your solar plexus chakra. And so now your solar plexus chakra is going to be imbalanced. When that solar plexus chakra becomes imbalanced, it's going to manifest like this. If you deal with low self-worth, overthinking, anger issues, fear of failure, if you are a people pleaser, if you have difficulty making decisions, if you lack confidence, if you deal with power struggles, if you self-sabotage a lot, or if you deal with control issues, this is how an imbalanced solar plexus chakra will manifest in your spiritual and emotional being. Okay. And so we want to understand that it will also manifest in physical ways. Okay. If you deal with digestive issues, ulcers, liver problems, gallbladder issues, diabetes, stomach pain, acid reflux, chronic fatigue, muscle tension, metabolism imbalance, then that solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay? Out of alignment. All right? And we want to keep our chakras and our auras healthy, guys. Again, this is what's communicating to the 3D. It doesn't matter, I'm sorry, to the universe. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter just what you think about, okay? You must embody, you must shift and embody the frequency of already having that which you desire, okay? And so, meaning if you don't like your 3D now, if you don't like your love life, if you don't like your health, if you don't like your lifestyle, then let's go and take a look at your auras and your chakras. Okay? Is this making sense to you guys? Let me know in the comments so I just know that you guys are processing what I'm saying, okay? If not, make sure that you are asking the questions, okay? Remember, when you have those traumas, it's going to cause energy leaks, okay? And so those emotional leaks come from unprocessed emotions looping in your subconscious, okay? And that's trauma that's stored here that hasn't been repaired, okay? And so we want to make sure that those emotional leaks, the mental leaks, the energetics and spiritual leaks, that this is repaired, okay? This is repaired, all right? And we repair through healing. That's how we repair our aura, okay? How do you repair your aura? You can do it with frequency. You can do it with meditation, breath work, all of these things. There's different options. You have to do what's best for you. I help my clients with bioscans. So I help generate personalized frequencies for their traumas, for their body specifically. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move up to the heart. All right. Let's move up to the heart chakra. And this one is connected to the astral body aura. Okay. So this one's going to be green and pink in color sometimes. Okay. That heart chakra, this one, if you've ever gone through any of these experiences, all right, then I want you to know that this may be causing an imbalance in your heart chakra. Okay. So if you've ever gone through losing a loved one, okay, if you've ever lost a loved one, okay, then that would have left a trauma, a hole, a rip in your astral body aura. Okay. All right. And then if there's a hole in your astral body aura, then that's going to cause a chain reaction in your heart for your heart chakra to become imbalanced. Okay. Right. If you've ever been abandoned, okay. If you've ever dealt with divorce, okay. If you've ever dealt with betrayal, okay. If you've ever dealt with heartbreak, rejection, emotional neglect, unrequited love, grief, okay, loss of a pet, unforgiveness, lack of affection, okay, toxic relationships. If you are an overgiver or you have been isolated a lot, then that would cause an imbalance in your heart chakra. Okay. All right. You feel, I'm putting up a poll here. Which of your chakras do you feel are imbalanced? Okay. So I put this poll here for you guys, this question for you guys to answer. All right. Remember, it's very important for us to start paying attention to our chakra health, guys. But a blocked chakra equals a blocked life. So the sooner you figure out which of your chakras are blocked and imbalanced, you can then start shifting your life. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's how an imbalanced chakra is going to manifest. Okay. If you are emotionally numb, okay, if you deal with bitterness, fear of love, difficulty forgiving others, if you are codependent, if you deal with jealousy, lack of compassion, loneliness, if you have a fear of intimacy, if you are closed hearted, then this is telling me, giving me a sign that your heart chakra is out of alignment. This is important if you are wanting to manifest love. If you are here and you want to manifest true love, a new relationship within the next 12 months, but you don't know the health of your chakras, this may be holding you back from producing that ideal relationship that you want. Now, will you be able to attract, partners in general? Yes, but will they be your ideal? I don't know, right? Okay. Why? Because this is what's communicating with the universe. So if you have trauma stored in here, and this is what's communicating with the universe, you can only produce, embody, being alignment with that which you are, right? And so if you're at an unhealed version of yourself, you will produce unhealed results. Okay? So this is why it's important to heal ourselves and balance ourselves out, because this is what is producing the 3D that we see, guys. They don't talk about this in school. They didn't teach us this stuff in school, but this is absolutely affecting the 3D that you see. Okay? If you have heart disease, then your heart chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with asthma, lung issues, chest pains, high blood pressure, circulatory issues, upper back pain, shoulder tension, poor immunity, breathing issues. This would all be signs that your heart chakra is out of alignment. Okay, it's out of alignment. Okay. So again, when you want to produce a healthy, loving relationship, there could be multiple chakras that could be imbalanced. It's not just always going to be the heart. What if your sacral chakra is out of alignment and you want to produce a healthy, loving, romantic relationship? Well, if your sacral is out of alignment, and you want to produce a healthy, loving relationship, your sacral governs your ability to experience pleasure, to have healthy emotional flow. So if your sacral is imbalanced, your heart is imbalanced, what type of relationships will you see in the 3D? You will only see what you are a vibrational match to. You got it? Okay. All right. Your solar plexus chakra could be out of alignment if you are wanting to manifest true love and you don't know that, that's going to be a problem. Why? Because your solar plexus chakra is there right in that area. This governs your ability to be happy, content, confident, right? If this is out of alignment, how are you going to attract that ideal partner? If you can't even fully be yourself, or if you are not content, happy in your life. Okay. So balanced chakras equals a balanced life. Okay. We are to heal our auras. Okay. Those traumas that we experience in our life, we are to heal those traumas. That's what's going to help us continue to evolve. All right. And we have over 100 chakras, guys. And when you have this many chakras, when you have these in balance, this is where you begin to gain awareness, expansion into the others. Okay. All right. Now let's move to the throat. Okay. Let's go to the throat chakra. Okay. All right. Now this throat chakra is connected to that etheric template aura. Okay, etheric template body aura. Now, remember, the heart is bridging the lower aspect with the higher aspect of self. Okay, so it's bridging these. Okay, and so the throat chakra, if you've ever gone through any of these experiences, this may be a clue that your throat chakra is out of balance. Okay, if you were ever silenced as a child, okay, if you were ignored, if you dealt with ridicule, if you were punished for speaking, if you were shamed for your self-expression, if you dealt with authoritarian parenting, bullying, gaslighting, if your creativity was suppressed, if you have a fear of rejection, if you had to keep secrets, any type of secrets, family secrets, whatever. If you dealt with verbal abuse, okay, if you felt invalidated, if you were criticized of your voice, then these are signs, okay? These are signs, all right, that your throat chakra is out of alignment. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to put the sticker somewhere. Okay, which of your chakras do you feel are unbalanced? Okay, make sure you guys are answering that question there. Okay. And so here's how it's going to manifest. An imbalanced throat chakra. Okay, here's how it's going to manifest in your life so you'll know. If you have a fear of speaking your truth, your throat chakra is out of alignment. If your creativity is suppressed, your throat chakra is out of alignment. If you have a difficult time expressing your needs, if you fear judgment, if you have social anxiety, okay, your throat chakra is out of alignment. Okay, if you feel inauthentic, if you feel like you cannot be authentically yourself, if you deal with isolation, over talking, these are clear signs that the throat chakra is out of balance. Okay, Remember, it's so important to keep track of all of your chakras, if they're balanced or not, on a daily basis. Okay. I keep mine balanced with frequency. Okay. So personalized frequency for my specific traumas. Okay. And so this means that I'm not necessarily listening to general frequencies online. You're right. Like a lot of us listen to general frequencies on YouTube, right? And those are great, right? They're soothing. Make sure you have a trusted source, right? Because some people are just trying to make money. But these frequencies can be helpful, but when you want to speed up your healing, when you want to speed up your journey, like your process, what's going on in your life, your traumas, then you need personalized frequencies. All right, personalized frequencies. So by me listening to my personalized frequencies every day like this allows for me to keep my chakras balanced. Okay, my chakras remain balanced. Okay, all right. And this is all because I listen to my personalized frequencies on a daily basis. Okay. All right. So we most certainly need to be keeping ourselves in alignment. Hi, Draco's Rose. How you doing? We need to be keeping ourselves in alignment because, again, we want to see a beautiful 3D. All right. We want to see a beautiful 3D. All right. Okay, so now we're going to move to the third eye. The third eye is connected to that celestial body aura. Okay. Hi, Liberal Light. Where can you find your frequencies? Yeah, I actually scan my clients. I'm not sure if you follow me on TikTok. I have a large following over there, and I actually do bioscans. Okay, so on my TikTok page, I'm just going to show you what it looks like, but you can actually go to the link in the description here on this video. But right here, let me show you. When you get to their YouTube description, connected to this live, you're going to find a button that says One Healing, Get a Bioscan. This is a bundle right here, okay? And this bundle, right? This bundle here includes everything you need to basically start transforming your life, okay? Let me explain what it has on there. It includes 4 trauma reports. Let me show you what the trauma reports look like, okay? This is actually what this is actually what the trauma reports look like, right? So I help people transform their life by through mastery, healing, and manifestation, right? So these trauma reports allow for us to see exactly what's hindering you. So it's telling us what's getting in the way of your actual healing, which is beautiful, right? Because now my clients feel validated and we can get right to the healing. It also shows us what parts of the body are being affected. Thank you, Draco Rose. What parts of the body is being affected by this? I can't tell you, like, so many of my clients are like, wow, this is crazy. I'm actually going to the doctor tomorrow for this because I'm dealing with this. Or, oh my gosh, I've been dealing with this for so long and I never knew where it was coming from. Yeah, so our traumas, guys, are making us sick. And the CDC and Kaiser Permanente know that when you leave your traumas unresolved, we're actually cutting 20 years off of our lifespan. And you're 3 times more likely to develop heart disease and lung cancer, okay, with those unresolved traumas. So we're really, with these bioscans, I'm really, really helping my clients like level up, okay? So on the reports for each trauma, right? It's going to tell us what frequency you need. So it's the technology that's doing this. This technology is utilized by doctors and scientists. Okay, I actually got scanned by a doctor, and that's what how I found out about this technology. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this to my clients, right? And so you're going to get 4 reports. Now, there's all different types of reports. You're going to get the ones that your body is telling, like what your body needs to say to you. That's what you're going to get, right? And so you get 4 trauma reports. You also get a chakras report. Okay. As you guys can see, this is my chakras right here. My chakras pretty much stay balanced. But let me show you a client, an example of a client who does not have balanced chakras. So hold on 1 second. Let me show you. You guys can enjoy my cat while I pull up my client, my client's info. You can't see my client's name, but you'll just be able to see the chakras and how different it looks when you are not balanced. Okay, so this is the worst I've actually ever seen it. And this is where 5 of her 7 chakras were out of alignment, guys, right? 5. So you already know she was experiencing some heavy issues in her life. And so immediately we started implementing her frequencies, and within seconds, 3 of her chakras immediately went into balance. Okay. And so, of course, after her using this for 30 plus days, this is where she will see the balance begin to happen in her life, because she's maintaining the vibration. She's maintaining that frequency, right? This is key. Not to quantum surf. I call it quantum surfing when you just like tap into abundance one day, like, oh, you're in a room with a bunch of millionaires, and then, wow, you go back home and you're broke. That's what I call quantum surfing, right? We don't want to quantum surf. We want to be able to wake up to financial stability and abundance every single day. And so by you maintaining your frequency, this is how that happens, right? This is how that happens. Yeah. So that's included. You also get a meridians report in that bundle, but the key is the instrument. Okay, the instrument is what you get in that bundle that is going to be so life changing, along with the reports and your bonus affirmation audio. Now, the regular price for that is $200. That's the regular price for my bundle. But I actually still have the sale on. I have the $50 coupon on right now if anybody wants to grab that. Okay. So good luck with that. I try to do sales when I am on live. All right. Now let's get back to this. All right, let's get back to this. Okay, so that bioscan bundle is going to be for people who are really in the midst of their healing. Like we're walking into 2026. If you're feeling stuck in your life, then you'll want to get that bioscan bundle, right? If you're in the midst of your healing, the bioscan bundle is for you. And if you've been feeling like, wow, why am I not seeing the results that I want? The bioscan bundle is for you. It's a frequency thing. And so I'm helping you guys with that invisible wall that's in the background running the show, right? And that they didn't teach us about in school, right? So you'll definitely want to tap in with this if you are trying to level up, okay? Really quickly, let me show you guys. Do I have any up really quickly? Oh, I do. Listen. And I have just experienced the most magical. Oh, hold on. I want you guys to hear what people are saying about the bioscan. Now, this lady's 70 years old. If we're not 70 and doing what she's doing, we're in trouble. Hello, my name is Susan Vecchio, and I have just experienced the most magical healing experience of my life. I've had major trauma since I was a little girl, and it's affected my whole life, and I didn't know how to fix it, what to go, where to turn. I was just confused, and as an elderly adult going through your life without any kind of guidance, it's been tough. But this experience that I have just had has been absolutely phenomenal. I don't even know how to explain it. The sense of feeling of
having a plan, steps to go,
Yeah.
things to do, accomplishments that can be made. For the first time in my life, I actually have a plan for me that
Yes.
is for my benefit. I can't recommend this to any higher than that. It's just, it's life changing. It's just priceless, is what it is. And I'm so grateful to her. So I highly recommend her. Thank you.
Oh, one more, guys.
Hey guys, my name is Khalil Boyd. Anybody interested in transforming their life, anything you're struggling with, Nikki is the person to go to. I'm telling you right now, man. She gonna put you on game. She gonna make you feel welcome. She gonna make you feel comfortable. She gonna let you know what you're struggling with, and she gonna give you ways how to heal it, move forward, and be the best possible version of yourself. So I'm telling you right now, tap in with her. She gonna change your life. Peace.
So these are people who got those bioscans, guys. So that just goes to show you don't have to take my word for it. But if you are in the midst of your healing, make sure you check out that link in the description and go to Healing Get a Bioscan while I'm active on the live. It is $50 off of that pack. So regular price is 200, but it's for 50 right now while we're live. Okay. So we have one more chakra to do, which is the, oh, did we go over the symptoms? Oh no. Okay, so that for the throat, if you deal with hold on. Let me turn back on my frequencies. Okay. For the throat chakra, if you deal with thyroid issues, your throat is out of alignment. Your throat chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with sore throats, neck pains, jaw issues, dental problems, ear infections, voice loss, tonsillitis, laryngitis, all of this is connected to the throat, guys. Okay? All of this is connected to the throat. Okay? Now, when this is connected to the throat, that's going to be a problem when you have an imbalance there because a lot of you guys aren't able to even express yourselves fully, right? And this is going to be a problem in your life. Do you know when you're suppressing your emotions, this is what's making you ill? Because your traumas, they're not going anywhere. They're going within and they're festering, right? They're festering, okay? All right? So we want all of our chakras in alignment and balance because this is what's communicating with the 3D. Okay? Now we're going to move to third eye and crown. Do we have any healers or coaches in here? Do we have any fellow healers or coaches in here? Liberal light, if I'm not on here when you get home and that discount is gone, make sure to send me an email and I will give you a $50 discount, okay? Because when I get off the live, it goes back up to that regular price, baby. All right? But please email me, and because you were here during the live, I'll honor that price for you for that bundle. Okay, so now the third eye. Let's get into that third eye chakra. That third eye chakra is connected, okay, to your aura as well, right? And so we need to know, all right, the celestial body aura is connected to the third eye. When you have trauma in that celestial body, that's that indigo colored aura. When you have trauma there, it's going to cause an imbalance in your third eye. Do we have any healers? Do we have any coaches in here? If so, listen up, okay? If your third eye is out of alignment, how will you receive, okay, the intuitive messages that you need? Okay? How will you receive the messages that you need? Okay? Right? So we need to ensure that our third eye chakra is in alignment. This is where if you experience any of these traumas, then you may have an imbalanced third eye. Okay? If you were invalidated, your intuition was invalidated ever, if you were gaslit, if you tried to express your truth and you weren't believed, if you were criticized of your imagination, if your spiritual gifts were suppressed, if you were lied to, if your parents manipulated you, if you had a rigid belief system growing up, if you dealt with constant confusion, excessive control, mental abuse, lack of guidance, if you were shamed for your dreams, shamed for your visions, if your feelings were dismissed, if your insights were neglected, then guess what? Your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that crazy? That those traumas can get stored in your aura and then cause an imbalance in your third eye. That is crazy, right? This is why it's so important for us to start paying attention to the chakra and the aura health. Okay. All right. If you've ever dealt with, if you hear the symptoms now, if you deal with confusion, lack of clarity, distrust of self, if you have an overactive mind, okay, if you have a blocked intuition, and I'm talking to the healers and the coaches, I'm talking to everybody, but really the healers and the coaches too right now. If your intuition is blocked, if you feel disconnected from your inner wisdom, then your third eye chakra is out of balance. It's out of alignment. If you fear your visions, if you feel like you have a difficult time focusing, if you have poor memory, third eye chakra is out of alignment. Okay, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Okay. If you deal with extreme headaches, eye strain, insomnia, seizures, sinus issues, neurological problems, right? Neurological problems, endocrine disorders, learning difficulties, nightmares, hormonal imbalance. That's telling me that your third eye is out of alignment. Okay. Make sure you're looking at this. Take a look at this. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, guys. Is your third eye out of alignment? Okay. This is stuff that we need to be paying attention to. Why? You are a vibrational being. You are a ball of energy, okay? And this is what is communicating. You are vibrating at a specific frequency. This is what's communicating to the universe, okay? We're playing a frequency game, okay? It's not just what you think about it, not what you just want in this life that matters. What matters is the frequency that you are embodying on an everyday basis. And if you are not embodying the frequency of already having that which you desire, you will not see it here in the 3D. Okay? So when we experience trauma, our auras are protecting our nervous system. Well, they're at least trying to. Okay? Your auras are trying to protect your nervous system. So when you experience trauma, those traumas are going to leave holes in your aura if you don't repair them. And when you have holes in your auras from the trauma, baby, you are leaking your energy. You're leaking your life force. Okay, make sure you guys are following. If this is your first time here on my live, make sure you guys are following. I'm also on TikTok. I have a huge following over there, but I'm trying to grow over here on YouTube. Okay, so you guys can follow me on both platforms. Now, when your life force is being leaked from you, isn't this a problem? This is where disease happens. This is where mental illness happens. This is where you're looping these trauma life cycles. We're not doing that anymore. So we're going to do what we need to do. They didn't teach you about aura health and chakra health in school. But I'm here to tell you this is what's running the show. Your nervous system is what's running the show. And if you don't take care of your nervous system, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, is this making sense? Put it in the comments or give me a thumbs up if you guys are grasping this. Because if you're confused, I want to help you right now. All right. We just went through experiences that you could have gone through, trauma experiences that would have left holes and rips in your aura and then caused a chain reaction in your chakras. Okay. All right. If anybody needs a recap of the chakras, you need to type recap in the comments. Okay. Now we're going to move forward to the crown chakra. Okay, we're going to move forward to the crown chakra. Again, healers, coaches, if your third eye and your crown chakra is out of alignment, this is going to be a big, big issue. All right, a big, big issue for you. Okay, why? Because if your crown chakra is out of alignment, how will you receive the messages that you need from the divine? How will you receive the messages that you need from the divine? You will not. You will not. You understand? And so, if your third eye is out of alignment, you are not receiving your intuitive messages as a healer. And if your crown is out of alignment, you can't receive the messages from the divine. So, you are in trouble. Okay. The way that I keep my frequencies in alignment is with personalized frequencies made for my traumas. I'm not going on YouTube and listening to general solfeggio frequencies like 71396, all of those, okay? All right. I've been listening to frequencies for 17 years. And what would have sped up my healing process was having my own personalized ones like I do now. Okay. All right. So this is included in your bioscan bundle. All right. Link is in the description if you need a bioscan. What is included in the bioscan? It is an entire bundle telling you all about yourself, all about what's going on in your. You got the trauma reports. You get 4 of those. Okay. What are those limiting beliefs? What are those traumas that are holding you back? You get to look at your meridians. Your meridians are like energetic highways in your body, right? We need proper flow there. And if there's no proper flow there, this is where we see the dis-ease, the mental illness, and all of that, right? You also get a chakras report, okay? And you want to see this stuff, guys. I can't express this enough. Your chakras report is right here, right? Not only do we see which are out in balance, but guess what? We get to see if it's operating in high or low energetically. Okay. So for instance, let me walk you through it. Okay. Here, right here, their root chakra was out of alignment. Okay. But not only was it out of alignment, it was overactive. Right. So what does that tell me about this person when it comes to their financial stability? Okay. It tells me that they were not financially stable, and it's telling me that they were actually anxious about money. Okay. They had too much energy there, right? So we want our chakras balanced. Okay. If this were blue, this is how in depth these reports go. Okay. There's all different types of bioscan technology, biofeedback technology. I utilize technology that is it's really, really advanced. And again, it's utilized by doctors and scientists all over the world, okay? And it utilizes your voice, okay? Energy doesn't lie, so it's looking for those distortions, your truth in your voice, okay? And so as soon as you make your purchase, you do get an info packet that tells you exactly how to prepare your body. Please take it seriously. I'm taking it seriously. I want you to get accurate results and accurate frequencies for your body. And the only way you can do that is if you actually follow my follow my steps in your info packet, right? And so I can produce accurate results for you. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful experience to have. My clients love it. And we love it because, again, it's just amazing how, hold on, guys. Sorry. It's super amazing how accurate it is, as well as how beneficial it is. Okay. Sorry guys, I was missing your comments. I was on a roll, right? Okay, Liberalite says, I tested a few times when I was young, a device where you put your fingers in and it would give you similar. Yeah, so biofield technology, yeah. You wouldn't stayed at a PC for 4 to 6 hours, and when I retested, my field had holes on the temples of the head. Wow, yeah. Just for staying in front of a PC playing video games. Exactly. See, Liberal Light knows. Exactly. Liberal Light knows. Made me realize how bad yeah, the vibrations affect us. Yes, DD, you could call it that. Bio acoustics. Yes. Frequency medicine is what I like to refer to it as. I'm gonna look up some more reviews. I want to show you guys like what people are saying about this stuff. Again, I have tons and tons and tons of reviews because I have scanned so many people. If you're not familiar with me, I am on TikTok as well. I have a large following over there. Let me see, Tai Shima. I'll just look for hers. I always love Tai Shima's review because she tells you guys exactly. Let me pause this again. I want to show you guys.
Hi, I'm Tashima, and I would like to give a review on
Where is
the
she
AL
at?
scan that I
Okay, here we go. Let me turn it up so you guys can hear.
I don't know what type of experience to say because it was like mind blowing. Mind blowing. Everything that I thought about myself, the scan showed everything that was revealing, even my health issues that secretly that didn't say out loud.
Did you guys hear that? This bioscan bundle that I do, it showed her health secrets that secretly she did not mention. Right? This is how accurate this stuff is.
that secretly that didn't say out loud. It shows that, and it gave me a new identity to work on and what things I need to improve. I advise anyone and everyone to do the scan to show where you're at, where your health, where your thoughts, where your mind, where your frequency is at. If you're trying to heal, this is a great tool. I just can't even say I am so pleased and thankful that someone came up with this technique to help other people to heal, to break through. And this is the best experience that I had in 2025, besides going on vacation. This right here was mine. And I think everyone should do it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that. I always love showing her review because it really shows she's like giving detail, like, hey, it showed me this, it told me this, and I think that's what people need to hear, right? Don't just take my word for it, right? These are my frequencies. Your frequencies are going to look different for you, and you get this instrument. So the difference between going like this is comparable to going and getting Reiki every single day, acupuncture every single day, doing breath work every single day. You know what I mean? Like this is what keeps your frequency balanced. You're maintaining the vibration so that you can attract all that you desire, right? Okay, all that you desire, right? Look at all these reviews, guys. When I tell you again, I've scanned so many people. So many people. These are all reviews, just them saying, hey, I want to leave reviews, right? I want to leave a review, okay? So people love it. Why? Because it fast forwards your healing process, your healing journey. No, healing does not have to take years. It is a vibrational thing. Okay. Let me take you guys to my board really quickly. Okay. Let me take you to my board really quickly. Okay. Okay. Because this is where I typically am. Okay. When you experience trauma, right? When you experience trauma, okay, again, it's going to leave a hole in the aura. Now, your aura is supposed to be strong and healthy like this. But If you have trauma that you don't resolve, now that trauma is stored there in the aura, right? Now it's going to have a chain reaction to your what? Chakras. Now your chakras are going to become imbalanced. Your chakras are energy portals, energy centers going up and down your body. When they're imbalanced, this is communicating to the universe, okay? That imbalance. And the 3D is going to be reflected back to you, but you're not really going to like what you see in the 3D, right? Example, childhood neglect. Say you go through childhood neglect. You experience poverty as a youngster. That's going to affect your etheric aura right here. When your etheric aura has a hole in it, a rip in it, okay? This has a chain reaction to your root chakra. Now, if your root chakra governs your safety, your security, your stability, okay? Your stability, right? Your finances, and you have trauma there. Hey, cutie patootie. Another one? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'll be right with you. Mwah. Okay, when you have the imbalance here, okay, then this is going to be communicating to the 3D, oh, they are accustomed to lack, they are accustomed to poverty. That's what they are, they feel safe with, right? That's where what they're programmed with, that's their norm. And so this is what's communicating vibrationally to the universe. Now, the problem is you want abundance. You want you want to be financially stable, right? So you're affirming, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. But your auras and your chakras are communicating otherwise to the universe. And this, your nervous system wins, right? This is the dominant energy, force, frequency, vibration that the universe is reading. Your affirmation is not as powerful as your nervous system. Is this making sense to you guys? And so this is why your 3D reflects back to you that hurt love, the narcissist, the toxic relationships, the lack, the paycheck to paycheck living, the health issues, because your nervous system, okay, is communicating that. That's not what you truly want, right? Absolutely not. Okay? So your frequency creates your 3D that you see. The frequency that you hold, maintain on a daily basis is what creates the 3D that you see. All right? Makes sense, guys? Okay, all of my services are on discount while I'm on this live. If you are someone who's feeling stuck in your life right now, you need that bioscan bundle, right? Because that's going to pull all of the information you need. One, it's going to tell you what traumas are you dealing with? Like, what are those traumas, right? And then it's going to say, hey, these are the traumas you're dealing with. I want to tell you also how it's affecting your body. So it's going to tell you where in your body you're being affected. Then it's going to say, oh, these are the chakras that are imbalanced. And I want to tell you how they're imbalanced. It's going to say, hey, it's vibrating. I mean, your energy is too high in that chakra. You're not giving enough energy in that chakra. It's going to go into all of that, right? And then it's going to say, hey, well, now I have some personalized frequencies that's going to bypass all of those limiting beliefs and is going to plug these holes. So now, guess what? You can be a vibrational match to all that you desire. To all that you desire. This is how I keep my chakras aligned. I listen to my personalized frequencies, not general frequencies on YouTube. Not general ones. You can listen to 714 right now, but if your body does not require 714 for a specific thing, this is going to hold up your healing. Healing does not have to take forever. It is a frequency game. This is a frequency game. Does this make sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up if so. Let me know. Okay, I just want to know if I'm confusing you guys. Am I confusing you or what? Okay, because we've got to understand this. This is our life, right? This is our life, right? Okay. So let's see. Do we have any questions? So remember, I don't think I went over those final symptoms for the crown. Okay, I don't think I went over those final symptoms for the crown. Where is it? Oh, where is it? There it goes. Okay, if you are dealing with, okay, a blocked crown, and I got to get off of here and get the kid to school, right? But if you were dealing with an imbalanced crown, I told you, what would have caused that? Spiritual abuse, religious dogma, feeling abandoned by God. How many of you guys feel abandoned by God, right? How many of you feel a loss of faith, have a loss of faith, or have experienced that, right? Or extreme depression, isolation, disconnected from spirituality. You dealt with authoritarian religion, fear-based teachings, karmic trauma, generational beliefs passed down to you that you had to adopt, right? If you felt purposeless, okay? If you were disconnected from your culture, if your spiritual gifts were suppressed. Thank you, Dracos, for the thumbs up. Okay, thank you, DD. Okay, these are traumas. They get stored in your what? Catheric body, and that purple aura. Yeah, and that's connected to the crown. So now you're going to be walking around feeling loss of purpose. Okay, disconnected from source, hopeless, spiritual confusion, okay, isolation, okay, heavy depression, lack of trust in the divine. Some of you guys feel like the divine abandoned you. Baby, the divine, you couldn't get away from the divine if you tried to. If you wanted to, the divine is within. How could you get away? How could the divine abandon you? You just have some imbalances there, right? Okay. If you deal with heavy migraines, neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, sleep disorders, chronic exhaustion, mental illness, brain fog, epilepsy, autoimmune issues, crown chakra's out of alignment. And if you are a healer, that is unacceptable. You need to be able to receive the messages from the divine. Okay? You need to be able to receive the messages from the divine. Okay? All right. Do we have any questions about the chakras or the auras before I leave out of here? Okay. Remember, check out I showed you guys some reviews. Okay. What you get in your bundle, you definitely want to check this out. There's going to be a link in the description, right? And it's going to lead you here to my link tree. Right here, healing, get a bioscan. This is where you're going to go. All right. If you look right here, you're going to see this is the entire change your life, guys. Change your life. What is in this bundle? 4 trauma reports, what's holding you back, how it's affecting your body, and we need your corrective frequencies. Here you're going to get a chakra report. We need to know which of your chakras are out of alignment, which of them are imbalanced, right? Here, we need to see your meridians because your meridians are like energetic highways in your body, right? We need to see proper flow. But the key, the star of the show is the instrument. You get this every single day. You get to access this. You guys, this is a life-changing. You get into an argument, play your damn frequencies, okay? You'll get back into balance, trust me. Before you go to sleep, while you sleep, you get to take your healing on the go. You want to cook dinner? You need healing? You better be listening to your frequencies, okay? You studying? Listen to your frequencies. You taking a shower, baby, listen to your frequencies. You hear me? Okay, this is why I utilize tools like this. It's because my clients are lazy. I'm just going to keep it real, okay? I'm keeping it real. Okay, so the bioscan bundle is for, right? This is for people who are ready for their transformation. Okay, you are ready. You are tired of feeling stuck, baby. You want to get to the good stuff. Okay, you tired of trying to figure out why your love, why your health, why your lifestyle, the abundance that you want is not showing up. The reason why is because it's a frequency game that we're playing. And if you don't know where you stand vibrationally, you are going to be behind. Okay, we are 2 months, and make sure to grab this freebie, the High Vibes Guide. Okay, we are 2 months from 2026, guys. 2026. I repeat, you do not want to be the same life over next year. You do not want to be living the same life over next year. Okay, so this is the regular price for the bundle. $200. Okay. I'm actually about to do the angel cell down to 111 for 5 minutes. Hold on. I want to change that for any action takers. Okay. What time is it right now? It is 8:04. Okay. Let me lower it down to 111 for 3 people. Okay. All right. If you're one of the lucky 3, it lets you check out for 111. Congratulations. Let me change this price. Watch this. Boom. Follow the angel number signs, okay? It is, oh, it's not 8:04. It is 7:54, okay? Good luck, guys. I'm out of here. Make sure you subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. I'm on the East Coast, so look for me around 6, 7 a.m. Bye. No, not 7 a.m. Around 6 a.m. Love ya.